For more on this, we go to John Sidolides, a geopolitical strategist from Trilogy Advisors. John, nice to have you with us tonight. Is this a new age arms race that we're looking at?
I don't consider it an arms race so much as when facts change, opinions change pertaining to Secretary Mattis. And the sense now is that Russia is retaining the ability to use low-yield nuclear weapons to thwart a possible conventional operation in the event of a U.S.-Russia conflict. And there's a policy in Moscow called escalate, then de-escalate. And the idea is if you escalate with nuclear weapons, the U.S. from conventional only has a high-yield nuclear weapons capability to respond with, which makes it very unlikely that we would ever use that. So we would then de-escalate after the Russians have gone nuclear. What Mattis is looking to do is to give the U.S. more options in order to more credibly deter any type of use of nuclear weapons by the Russians.
This would also localize the attack a lot more and not be as massive. Isn't that true? And also a lot more mobile with the fact that cruise missiles would be involved.
Well, the first thing to keep in mind is the objective is to deter the use of any nuclear weapons. Nobody wants to cross that threshold, at least nobody on the U.S. side. And so the idea is if you have a more credible deterrent capability or a retaliatory capability to show the other side that you are able to respond in kind without escalating to an all-out strategic nuclear exchange, it makes the first act less likely to occur.
Is this a reaction by the United States to what China and Russia has done with their military arsenal?
It seems very much the case. There's been a very significant upgrading and modernization of both the Chinese and Russian nuclear capabilities as well as their larger militaries. China to a far greater degree than that of Russia, simply because it has A, the economic means to do so, and B, it's looking to emerge from a purely regional military posture to one that is global in nature.
What do you make of Mattis' shift on this? You mentioned at the top about changing opinions. Was he forced to do it?
I have no idea what discussions take place between the President and the Secretary of Defense, but from what we know about Secretary Mattis, I don't think he's a guy that can be forced to do anything. I think he looks at the facts and says, okay, if this changes, then maybe we adapt to new circumstances.
They need money to do this. How crucial is that with everything that's going on Capitol Hill?
Nothing gets done without money in Washington, Ed.
Well, are they going to be able to make this transition with the way the continuing resolutions and all these stopgaps are there and not the full funding that what the military has been asking for? Now the president, of course, is pushing hard for the full funding and a budget of over $700 billion. Is this going to be able to make that transition?
I don't think that's going to be dependent on what happens this week or by March with the continuing resolution. And then it's $700 billion for FY 2018 and about $716 for FY 2019. But this is now laying the groundwork for a change in American doctrine in the event of a possible conflict with a superpower.
Major finger-pointing going back and forth between Russia and the United States on who broke the treaty and who's paying attention to it. Is there validity to Vladimir Putin saying that the United States put missiles on the border of Poland and also Romania?
The U.S. has put its defensive missile system in Europe mostly to defend against a potential Iranian breakout. The Iranians are moving forward very quickly with ballistic missiles that can strike Europe and looking to put nuclear weapons on those missiles. The problem that we have between the U.S. and Russia is profound mistrust.
John Sidolides, great to have you with us.
Good to be with you.
Thanks so much.